Alright students, the next chapter which we are going to revise now is inspection, search, seizure and arrest. Again the linking comes from here, everyone over here. Scrutiny of return, when the officer went ahead and told you about the discrepancy, you rectified your discrepancies, very good. You did not go ahead and rectify your discrepancies, or you gave an explanation which he did not like. Now to gather additional evidences, he can go ahead and get inspection, search and seizure done, and he can gather additional evidences. Now, because of audit or special audit or inspection, search and seizure, the additional evidences which are being gathered, he will go ahead and use and issue a show cause notice and then a demand order. So, we are going to learn the next chapter, inspection, search and seizure. Everyone over here now. Inspection, search and seizure. Inspection, search and seizure is section number 67. 68 is inspection of goods in transit. 69 is arrest. Then we have 70. 70 goes ahead and talks about summon. 71, access to business premises. 72, the different types of officers. Basically, officers to assist the proper officer is told by section number 72. Section number 67, the first one, inspection. Sir, officer greater than, proper officer greater than equal to joint commissioner. Always remember who can go ahead and direct inspection. Proper officer greater than equal to joint commissioner has reason to believe. He should have reason to believe. What are the reasons that he can go ahead and direct inspection? Always remember, they can go ahead and ask you in the exam that what are the reason or what are the cases when inspection can be directed by a proper officer greater than equal to joint commissioner. Sir, proper officer greater than equal to joint commissioner has reason to believe that a taxable person has suppressed transaction relating to stock, or he has suppressed transaction relating to supply or stock, or he claims ITC in excess of his entitlement. I am taking extra ITC, or I have indulged in contravention of the act or rules in order, and why am I doing all this? To evade tax. Or there is a transporter, owner, operator of warehouse or a godown or any other place is keeping tax unpaid goods or keeping wrong accounts. Again, why? To go ahead and evade tax. Then the proper officer greater than equal to joint commissioner will go ahead, may go ahead and authorize his junior, a subordinate, do one thing. He will go ahead and authorize his subordinate, issue him a INS 01 and tell him that you go and inspect the place of business of the taxable person or the transporter or owner or operator of warehouse or godown or any other place. Now, what is the likely question out over here? Who can go ahead and direct inspection? Second is, what are the cases when inspection can be directed? Taxable person has gone ahead and suppressed transaction relating to stock or supply, claims ITC in excess of his entitlement, indulge in contravention of act or rules to evade tax, or transporter, owner, operator of warehouse or any other place is going ahead and keeping tax unpaid goods or keeping wrong accounts to evade tax, then inspection can be directed by the proper officer greater than equal to joint commissioner. Okay, sir. Now, after the inspection happens, if the proper officer comes to has reason to believe pursuant to an inspection, or otherwise means if the officer has gone ahead and received an intelligence information, then proper officer greater than equal to joint commissioner has reason to believe that a person has goods which are liable for confiscation. Might be he has gone ahead and suppressed those transactions, and that is why the goods which are lying with him are liable for confiscation. Documents, books or things are secreted at any place and they are relevant for proceedings against me. Then proper officer will prepare one search team. He will send the search team to my business premises, and now they will search for documents, books, things, etc. And now, once they go ahead and find all the goods which are liable for confiscation, documents, books, or things which are relevant for their proceeding, the proper officer or the officer authorized shall make an order of seizure in GST INS 02, and they will go ahead and seize the goods and take along with them. If it is not practicable for them to go ahead and seize the goods, etc., then they will go ahead and give me a prohibition order in GST INS 03 and tell me not to remove the goods or deal with the goods unless without my permission, basically unless without the permission of the officer. Okay, sir, point is clear. Section number 67(3) goes ahead and says they came to your premises. Now they took documents, books, things, etc. If documents, books and things, etc. are being relied upon by them for use, they will go ahead and relied upon, then they will go ahead and use it for issuing a notice. If they are not going to rely upon any document, for an example, they took my birth certificate, not relied upon, then they will go ahead and return it within 30 days. Okay, sir. Section number 67.4 is the power of the officer. Power of the officer during a search and seizure activity. Remember in your exam, power of the officer. So the proper officer has power to seal, break open door, almirah, electronic device, boxes, receptacles in which goods, accounts, documents are suspected to be concealed, and the access has been denied to them. So if you go ahead and deny access to a almirah, a door, you are telling sir nothing is there, then he has the power to go ahead and break open and take out all the goods, accounts, documents which he feels have been concealed over there. Section number 67.5 goes ahead and says, if you want, you can go ahead and ask the officer that, sir, I want to take photocopies and extract of the seized document. And if he feels that it is not prejudicial to the investigation, then he will be allowing you to go ahead and take photocopies and extract. However, if he feels that it is prejudicial to interest of the revenue, then he'll not go ahead and allow you. Okay, sir, prejudicial means harmful for the revenue. Section number 67.6 goes ahead and says provisional release of seized goods. If they have gone ahead and taken the possession of the goods, basically seized the goods and taken along with them, now you want them to release your goods, then you have to go ahead and execute a bond in INN 04. Along with that, you'll have to give a bank guarantee which is equivalent to the tax, interest and penalty which is leviable on you. So always remember, upon execution of bond and security, which is bank guarantee to cover the tax, interest and penalty. Sir, I don't want to give a bank guarantee and a bond. Then Baba, just go ahead and make the payment of the tax, interest and penalty and they will provisionally release your goods. Section number 67.7 goes ahead and says confiscation proceedings will go ahead and start within 6 months of the order date of seizure. Once they have gone ahead and seized your goods, within how many months they will start the confiscation? Within 6 months. If 6 months they can't do it, further 6 months ka extension can be given and they will go ahead and issue you a show cause notice for confiscation. Seizure was taking the possession. Confiscation is basically taking over the ownership of the goods. So government will take over the ownership of the goods. So they will go ahead and first issue you a confiscation ka notice within 6 months plus 6 months. Otherwise, they will have to return the goods. Section number 67.8 goes ahead and talks about perishable or hazardous goods or depreciating goods, or if there is a storage constraint, they will go ahead and tell you, we will release you the goods if you go ahead and pay us the market price of the goods or the tax, interest, penalty payable on those goods, whichever is lower. Always remember, perishable, hazardous goods, depreciating goods, or if there is a storage constraint, they will go ahead and release the goods if you go ahead and pay the market price of the goods or things, or you go ahead and pay the tax, interest, penalty which is payable on those goods, whichever is lower. But if you don't go ahead and do that, then they will go ahead and dispose the goods or things, and the amount realized shall be adjusted toward the tax, interest, penalty, or any other amount, might be storage cost, transportation cost, etc. Section number 67.9 goes ahead and says once the officer comes to your premises and they have done a search and seizure operation and they have gone ahead and seized some documents, books, things, they will go ahead and seize the goods, documents, books and things, and they will prepare an inventory of it, that these are the documents we are taking along, these are the books we are taking along, these are the things we are taking along, these are the goods we are taking along, and they will tell you, please go ahead and sign that document. So they will get it signed from you. Now in your exam, they can go ahead and ask you a small question: what are the principles or requirement during a search operation? During a search operation, always remember, first of all, for a search there has to be a valid search warrant. Secondly, an accompanying lady officer has to be there. Thirdly, before they go ahead and start a search, the officer should go ahead and disclose their ID cards. Identity should be disclosed. Fourthly, a search warrant should be executed, means the person where you are going for the search, you should get it signed. Okay, search should always be in the presence of two independent witnesses, and after the search is over, a panchnama or a mahazar of the proceeding signed by the independent witness, signed by the ditto means independent witness, and the person in charge or the owner of the premises has to sign that panchnama or mahazar, which is an basically a document where you go ahead and note down what are the document, book, things you are taking along with you. Okay sir, point is clear. Section number 67.8 goes ahead and talks about inspection of goods in transit. Whenever you are going ahead and taking goods of value greater than 50,000, person in charge, then on the way you will be stopped. Person in charge has to go ahead and produce those documents and devices. As of now, devices are not working. Documents has to be produced. If there is no mismatch, then Baba, no worries, you can go aram say. But if there is a mismatch, then first of all detention and seizure will be done, and then confiscation shall be done. Okay, sir, point is clear. Section number 69 goes ahead and talks about power to arrest. Commissioner has reason to believe that a person has gone ahead and committed an offence under section number 132 1A, B, C, D. What is section number 132 1A talking about? Supply without invoice. Section number 132 1B is talking about bogus invoice. C talks about ITC on the basis of bogus invoice, or if you have gone ahead and taken fraudulently ITC without any invoice or bill, or amount collected as tax but it is more than 3 months from the due date, you have not gone ahead and deposited the tax and the amount is greater than 2 crore, or these four offences repeatedly, if you are going ahead and doing repeated offence ka case mein any amount, then commissioner may authorize any officer of the central tax to go ahead and arrest that person. So if a person has gone ahead and committed four offences and the amount is greater than 2 crore, then you can be arrested. Or if four offences repeatedly are being done, then also you can be arrested. Okay, sir, point is clear. Always remember one thing: if you have gone ahead and done these four offences and the amount is greater than 5 crore, then it's a cognizable and non-bailable offence. It's a severe offence. And in that scenario, you will be produced before the magistrate within 24 hours, and the magistrate will go ahead and decide whether to release you on bail or send you to jail. Okay, sir. But if the amount is supposedly 2 crore to 5 crore rupees, or basically if it is a case where the amount is not greater than 5 crore, all other cases are non-cognizable and bailable offence, for which the assistant commissioner or the deputy commissioner will go ahead and tell you a bail amount. You can pay the bail and be released. Okay, sir, point is clear. Non-cognizable and cognizable. Cognizable means senior offence where the amount involved is greater than 5 crore. There you will be produced before the magistrate who will decide whether to release you on bail or to send you to jail. But if the amount is less than equal to 5 crore, if the amount is exceeding 5 crore rupees, then always remember it's a severe offence. Otherwise it's a non-severe offence. Okay, sir, point is clear. Amount greater than 5 crore, it's a severe offence. You will be produced before the magistrate. Amount less than equal to 5 crore rupees, then, sir, it's a non-cognizable and bailable offence, wherein it's a non-severe offence and the AC or DC, assistant commissioner or the deputy commissioner, will go ahead and decide the bail amount. You can pay the bail amount and you will be released. Okay, assistant commissioner or the deputy commissioner in case of non-cognizable and bailable offence shall have the same power as that of an officer in charge of a police station. All the arrest should be made in accordance with the code of criminal procedures. Okay, sir, point is clear. Section number 70 goes ahead and tells that if the proper officer wants, he can go ahead and summon any person to give evidence, documents, things in any inquiry. So if an inquiry is going on and if an proper officer thinks that he should call someone, he should summon someone, then he can go ahead and issue summon and tell that person to get the evidences, etc. Okay, sir, point is clear. Section number 71 is basically going ahead and giving the power to the audit parties, to the officers to go for inspection, etc. Section number 71, access to business premises. Officer authorized by proper officer greater than equal to joint commissioner who has basically come for inspection shall have access to inspect books of account, documents, computer program, computer software, or such other things as he may require and available at the place for the purpose of audit, scrutiny, and verification and checks. Also, if the person goes ahead and tells one person, for an example, one audit is happening at your place of business and there is a demand which is done by the person who is going ahead and doing the audit. Person in charge on demand by the proper officer or the audit party or the chartered accountant or the cost accountant who is going ahead and doing the special audit may make available. You have to make available records as prepared and maintain trial balance, audited annual financials, sir, cost audit report, income tax audit report, if any, and any other relevant record within 15 working days has to be made available. Okay, sir, point is clear. Section number 72 goes ahead and says that when one officer is going ahead for an inspection, might be he's scared, so he can go ahead and take other officer, one police officer, he can tell, sir, you please come along, I am going for an inspection. So all the other officers has to assist the proper officer whenever he is going to carry out the purpose of the act. Everyone over here, all officers of police, railway, customs officer, land revenue collection officer, village officer, CGST, SGST, UTGST officer or notified class of officer shall assist the proper officer in implementation of this act. Under section number 72, it has been told that when the proper officer is carrying out the purpose of the act, all these other officers should help him so that he can go ahead and carry out the proper implementation of the act. Okay, sir, point is clear. Now, remember always they can go ahead and ask you one question, which is basically section number 67.1. Who goes ahead, who uh, can go ahead and direct inspection, okay, or search and seizure. Sir, what are the cases when inspection can be done? Okay, what are the powers of the officer during inspection? When can the goods which are seized be released, or how can the goods which are seized be provisionally released? Within how much time the confiscation ka notice shall be issued? Sir, perishable and hazardous goods, how they can be released? They can go ahead and ask you, sir, what are the, write a short note on arrest. When can a person be arrested? What are cognizable, non-cognizable? You will have to be very careful. Which arrest may you will be presented before the magistrate, in which case the ACDC will go ahead and give you bail. Sir, what are, write a short note and access to business premises. Does the proper officer has power to summon? All these are small questions which can be asked. Again, it's a C graded chapter, but 2 to 4 marks sometimes they go ahead and ask. So in my opinion, there is no harm in reading. Here we are done with the chapter of inspection, search, seizure, and arrest, everyone.